Good morning, Facebook. How is everybody on this Passion Wednesday? We are having some technical difficulties, so I hope you guys can bear with me and let me know if anything wonky is going on. I just want to make sure that we are working. Make sure that we are live. Oh, I see one person has joined in, so I take it that we are just fine. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for coming in. As you come in, please tell me who you are and where you are coming from. What state are you in? What state are you in? Today is Passion Wednesdays. For those of you who are unfamiliar with who I am Terrell Ebony, your life and business strategist, your national empowerment speaker, and author of the books Losing Love, Having Faith, and Finding Hope, and Delayed But Not Denied. I am the person who gives you productivity strategies for your business, helping women entrepreneurs, for the most part, find, embrace, and live in their purpose. Good morning, Stephen. How are you, hon? Thanks for joining in today on Passion Wednesdays. Today, I want to talk about being intentional about your long-term objectives. Do you even know what those long-term objectives are? So when we talk about passion, a lot of people say, well, what is that thing that I'm most passionate about? Especially in business, is like, what is that thing that fuels your fire that you just want to do every day, that you think about doing every day, right? That's what most people, that's how most people find their purpose. That's the passion that helps people to find their purpose. But that's not the passion that I want to talk to you guys about today. I want to talk to you about the passion of your why you want to do what you do. So you're starting this business and you're saying to yourself, I want to start this business. But why do you want to start this business? A lot of people get into business for all the wrong reasons. They get into the business because they want to make money. They get into the business because, you know, it's a family heirloom and, you know, was passed down from generation to generation. They get into this business because someone coerced them into doing it. They get into this business for all the wrong reasons. But when you have your eye on the prize and you know what your long-term objectives are, trust me, you will be in business and you will stay focused on that business because you know you have long-term goals. You know you have that objective that you want to obtain, and you know why you want to obtain it. So that's the passion that I want to talk to you guys about. So as I was getting older, my passion was my son. Right? It still is, but to be honest, as an empty nester, it's not as much as it was before. When I started my youth nonprofit, it was because of my son. He was like the forefront of my mind. That's the reason why I started it. Good morning, Miss Maureen. He was the reason why I started my nonprofit. When I wrote my book, he was at the forefront of my mind. But now I'm an empty nester, right? So my goals and my objectives have changed. My why has now become a little bit broader. So it includes him, of course. It includes him, but it's not necessarily all about him. So I want you to start thinking about, what is your why? What's your passion? Why are you doing the things that you do right now? So as I started thinking about it, I'm like, well, what is my new why? You know, my new why became legacy building. My new why became my community and wanting to leave and make an impact on my community. My why became wanting to put a stamp on the world. I want, when I go to my maker, I want them like Terrell was here on earth. Okay. I want God to also be able to say, good job, my good and faithful servant. You know what I mean? I want to make sure that I'm doing what God has purposed me here to do, but I want to make sure that I'm leaving a legacy. I want to make sure that I'm leaving back things that people could say, you know what? She did this. Terrell Ebony did this, this, and this. She was the first person to do something, or, she inspired us to do, whatever it is. She was the productivity queen. She was the producer. She motivated and empowered people. That's what I want want people to remember me as, right? So that's my why. So I have to continue to do those things so that I can fulfill my why. And that's my passion. That's why I do all the things that I do, because I enjoy it, but I know that I want to leave a legacy. I know that I am really, really tired of this, generational lack of income, the lack of wealth building in our community. So I'm trying to build that up in my community. So what am I doing to do that? I am a part of my community board. I've joined the economic and development community committee meetings, so that this way I can find out more about economic development and how I can help my people. Good morning. Good morning. As you guys come in, please tell me where you are coming in from. Thank you. Good morning, Keitha. Good morning, Lakia. Good morning, Minister Larry. Good morning, Patrick. How are you? So you guys, I want you to think about your passion and your whys. Think about your passion and your why. Why are you doing this business? Why are you getting up and going to work every morning? Besides the fact, yes, you need to pay your bills. Yes, we will always have bills, but it's got to be bigger than the bills. It's got to be bigger than the bills. And if the only reason why you're going to that job is because you need to pay the bills, I want you to think about what would you be doing if you didn't have to worry about the bills. If you didn't have to worry about all the bills, what would you be doing? What's that job or what's that business? What is that thing that you would be doing? And more importantly, why would you be doing it? Why would you be doing it? Good morning from Baltimore, Maryland. That's right. I want you guys to think about your Passion Wednesdays. Write it down. Write down the reason why you're doing what you're doing. Because when you write it down and make it plain and you have it up on the wall, you guys see behind me, you guys see all that paper? That's because I write stuff down. As a producer, I have to see it. I have to write it. I have to make it plain. So this way I don't forget stuff. And sometimes I just need a reminder. Sometimes I don't want to get up out of bed in the morning. Sometimes I don't feel like doing Facebook Live. Sometimes I don't feel like, getting all dressed up and going to all these community meetings and doing all these things. So I need to look up at my list and see my why and be like, okay, that's why I'm doing it. That's why I'm doing it even though I don't want to do it. That's why I'm doing it even though I'm dog tired. That's why I'm doing it even though I really don't feel well. Okay? That's the why. Good morning, Lois. So I want you guys to figure out what is your why. I want you to write it down, put it in your status, let everybody know. This is the reason why I'm doing all of this craziness. This is the reason why I'm on Facebook and I'm putting up all these statuses, letting you guys know what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, and how I can serve you. I'm serving you, yes, because I want to, and that's my purpose. But guess what? Behind that purpose is my why. Behind that purpose is because I want to leave a legacy. Behind that purpose is my family. Behind that purpose is because I want to travel. Behind that purpose is because I want to put an impact and lay a stamp on my community. So there is a reason why you're doing the things that you're doing, and you got to make it plain. Be very, very clear and intentional about your long-term goals so that this way you never lose sight of them. Good morning, Shaquana. How are you? Guys, thank you so much for joining in. Like it up, heart it up, share this out. There's somebody out there who is forgetting about their why. And it's very easy to do that. When you start feeling broke, busted, and disgusted, it's very, very easy to lose sight of your why. When you start feeling drained, overwhelmed, and overburdened, it's very easy to lose sight of your why. When people start getting on your nerves at work and on the job or in your business, clients are not doing what they're supposed to do. They ain't paying when they're supposed to pay, all that good stuff. It is easy to lose sight of your why. So if you have it and you write it down and you make it plain, you sit up there and you say, guess what? This is the reason why I have to keep going. This is the reason why I can't give up. This is the reason why I need to keep pushing and striving, even though there are days I just don't feel like doing it anymore. So you guys getting this? Are you guys getting this? I am great, Shaquana. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. if you have questions, I want to stop for a second. If you have specific questions, or if you are going through a specific thing and you want me to talk about it, I want you to inbox me. Sometimes I say put it in the comment section, but I realize sometimes the comment section might be exposing you to something you're not really ready to get exposed to. But if you put it in if you inbox me, I will definitely bring it up, and I will leave your name out so it will be confidential. But I want to make sure that you guys are getting what you need. The whole idea of me doing these Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, Mondays is Purpose Monday, Wednesday is Passion Wednesday, and then we have Profit Fridays. The whole purpose of me doing it is so that you guys can get fed in the morning. So if you guys are not getting fed in the morning, then I'm not doing my job. So I want to make sure that I'm opening it up so that you put your questions. You can inbox me your questions or a topic that you want me to cover. Let me know what it is that you guys want me to talk about, so that this way I know that you guys are getting fed. Good morning, Pastor Grubb. Oh my goodness, it has been a long time since I've seen you. How are you, lovely? So I just wanted to take a quick moment and just stop and tell you guys that, because these lives, it's not about me. I'm coming on so that I can pour into you, and I can give you tips, advice, strategies, resources, whatever it is that you need, so that you can go on and fulfill your purpose in life, so that you can live in your passions, and so that you can make the profits that you want to make. Okay, but you guys got to put in the work. And the first step to putting in the work is letting me know what's going on. Let me know what's going on. Don't be quiet. Don't be ashamed. Don't feel like, you're the only person that's inboxing me, because I do get inboxes and people do ask me questions, and I try my best to put them in. As you can see, I never call anybody out, but I do address what it is that they are seeking. Okay, so I wanted to just make that clear. For those of you who are joining me for the first time, I'm Terrell Ebony, your life and business strategist, national empowerment speaker, author, mompreneur, community advocate, all that great stuff. And my passion for today on Passion Wednesday, my why, my being intentional about my long-term objective is for my son, is for legacy building, is for me to put a stamp on my community so I can let them know that I am here for them. And I want to do whatever it takes for us to become connected and to be organized again, so that we don't continue to have 45s in the world, right? We don't need that. We need to make sure that we are a cohesive bunch. And the only way that we can do that is if we start really being intentional about our goals and our objectives. You're not going to be able to leave a legacy if you don't start, if you don't remain focused on it. You're not going to be able to leave a legacy if you're not intentional about what it is that you want to build. What's the legacy about? What's the legacy about? Have you found your purpose? Have you found that passion, that thing that just makes you want to get up in the morning? Last night, let me tell you, I'm so passionate about helping people. I'm so passionate about making sure that you guys are productive in your entrepreneurial journey. I was up at 2 o'clock this morning. I couldn't sleep. I'm sitting up there looking at the walls like, right? Because I couldn't sleep. I was so excited because I have so much going on in my head. God has given me so many different ideas to pour into you guys that I know that that's my passion. I know that that's my purpose. I know that that's what I've been created to do. And you guys can do the same thing. So as I leave you out today to go on with your journey, and you guys are going to live and lead a very productive day. I know that you are, because you are all producers in your own right. You are going to think about your long-term objectives. Think about those things that are going to make you get up and say, I want to leave a stamp on the world. What is it that I'm leaving my family? What is it that I want them to learn from the things that I'm doing? How can I lead by example? Okay. I tell people all the time, if you are in business, you are a leader, you are a community leader, whatever it is, you have to lead by example. So you can't expect people to buy from you and you won't buy from someone else. You can't expect people to believe in what you're saying if you don't look like what you're saying, right? So if you're telling people For example, if you're telling people that I love to travel, but I never see you traveling nowhere, and you're trying to convince them that they should be traveling, but you barely left your city and you only traveling on the MTA on your mass transit, then that's a problem. We need to fix that. We need to fix that. You have to lead by example. You have to be the one that says, guess what? I'm doing it. These are the results of what I'm doing. This is how it has helped me, and this is how it can help you. That's what we're going to be doing. I want to empower you guys. I want to make sure that you see that it's realistic. As long as you make the goals realistic, it can be accomplished. You just have to want to do it. You just have to be willing to put in the work. You just have to be willing to make certain sacrifices. You have to be committed and dedicated. It looks like my Facebook is going out. Again, I told you guys from the beginning, we are having some technical difficulties here. I don't know if it's the weather or what, but the internet seems to be going a little bit wonky. So I am going to hurry up and close out. Again, today is Passion Wednesday. We are talking about being very intentional about your long-term objectives. Be very intentional about your long-term objectives. And what I mean by that is your why. Why are you doing the things that you're doing? Why is it so important to you? What is it? What are you going to accomplish by doing that? Why? What's going to happen? How is your life going to be better? Or how is their life going to be better because of the things that you are doing? Be intentional about your long-term objectives. Write them down. Make sure that you write them down and put them in a spot where you can always see. And at those times where you are feeling the most down, at those times where you're feeling like giving up, those times where you're feeling like, you know what, I can't do this anymore. That's when I want you to look at that paper and I want you to be able to see this is the reason why you can't give up. This is the reason why you have to continue to move on. This is the reason why you can't just say, well, you know what? I don't know anymore. That's the reason why you get out there and do some more research, figure out a different way because maybe that way wasn't working. So you might have to figure out something a little bit different. Can't keep doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. So when you realize that something isn't working, you look at that paper and say, you know what? I have to find a different answer because I know that I'm doing this for my son and I can't let him down. I'm doing this because I want to leave a legacy. I can't let myself down. How about that? I'm doing it because I want to help my community and there are people counting on me. I don't want to let them down. So what is your why? Those are my whys. I want you to write down your whys. Okay, you can put them in your comment section. You can hashtag I am a producer because you guys are very much producers. Okay, so definitely hashtag I am a producer. Put your why down. Tag me in it so I know that you guys are doing the work. I love you guys. Again, I'm Terrell Ebony, your life and business strategist. If you want to know more about me, if you would like to have a free consultation with me, look me up. www.terrellebony.com, www.terrellebony.com. I look forward to speaking with all of you. I enjoy doing what I do. I will be back on Friday for Profit Fridays. So we're going to be talking about some money. We're going to be talking about how do we get some more money, what we do with that money. So it's not just about making the money, but are we being good stewards of the money? Are we doing what we need to do with that money, right? Or are we just squandering it? Are we just getting the money and we're not really putting some aside for a rainy day? We're not tithing. We're not reinvesting in ourselves. Are we doing what we're supposed to do with those profits? So we're going to talk about that on Friday. Look forward to speaking with you guys. Have a blessed one. Be productive. Make sure you write it down. Make it plain. Look back at it and say, this is why I'm doing what I'm doing today. This is why I'm out of bed. This is why I am walking in the rain. This is why I am, working 12 hours today instead of 4 or instead of 8. This is why I'm doing that overtime. This is the reason why I'm doing things that I'm doing. Okay, that's your why. That's your why. Keep your eyes on the prize. I love you guys, and I will see you on Friday. Goodbye.